Now I've been in New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-M-V, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
I got some out in Dallas, now I'm smelling like LA. Met it from Miami to the Machiavelli. Left the kids on the belly, left the vid on my celly. She ate like spaghetti, I'm hitting gas and Dreddy. Met some killers in Memphis, like they from Oakland. Give me my flowers while I can smell them. Ain't talking about roses, literally I'm lean. Mix it like a bought it in Nashville, then I woke up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's California, but nothing like Compton. It's more like Calistoga, and it's hot as Arizona. I pop me a Fresno, hard colder than Minnesota in October. Don't interrupt, darling, I'm in the zone. Why does everywhere I go just remind me of home? You know that state of gold with the bed. Them other places come close, but they don't compare. Now I've been to New York, come on, Texas, yeah, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-M-V, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
California, no place like California.
Fresh off a flight to Boston, got a BZ in Maryland that I pipe too often. Headed right to Austin, most likely flossing. Type exhausted, high as a forklift. Handful of goons out in Colorado. Any given afternoon, you can catch a hollow. Honestly, it's the same out in Richmond, Virginia or California. Either state, you can get it. I done seen everywhere from Russia to Delaware. Trust me, I'm well aware. Barcelona to Bel Air, Petty to the Detroit. Don't tell him he saw how heavily he balls. Every project, every seashore. And I ain't content trying to see more nomadic. I probably wind up alone. All it takes is a melody to remind me of home. Now I've been to New York, come on, Texas, yeah, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-M-V, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Both defensive coordinators will look to their middle linebackers to lead by example in today's matchup. It's Johnson's Chiefs going up against Cushing's Texans. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, it is set to host Super Bowl 51 on February 5th of next year as you take a look inside NRG Stadium here in Houston. Coming up, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard round between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Tyreek Hill, 79 yards. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. It's a gain of 21 that time. Good enough for a Kansas City first down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
No matter how you evaluate quarterbacks, at some point arm strength is going to come into the conversation. I'm really impressed by what I saw on that throw on the out route.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And they're going to bring him down. Back across midfield at the 45. The 4-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt, in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack.
Hurry up, here we go. Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, check.
He'll drop to throw. Surveying the field. And Conley's got it over the middle. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Back to throw here. And able to find Conley. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And the first carry for the former Clemson Tiger, C.J. Spiller. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
Five yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. No. Check. Patriot. Detroit. Over.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
My good friend, I'm just going to pose the question to you. Did that look like a pass that he should have thrown?
Now, the rookie probably needs to be a little bit more careful in these situations.
Yeah, that throw will turn him into a veteran quicker, but not in the way that he wants. He wants to learn his lessons by making good throws, not throws like that.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
This is Spiller. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, good hurdle. There he goes left side. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Houston. Their dangerous wide receiver with a return of 102 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. And that's at the 25. Out now, the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They try the corner route there, Charles, and it works to perfection.
Boy, that's hard on a defensive back because if you get any fake or move to the inside, you have to respect it, and then the receiver breaks back to the sideline.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go now. Watch it now, Barney. Detroit. Watch it now, Barney. Gun.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's got time. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Star Latulippe in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. He's got the size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
He'll go down. They got him for a sack. So here's Dustin Colquitt now to punt this away for the Chiefs. Back deep to return it is Lucky Whitehead. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Dustin Colquitt on to punt for KC. He's got a dad, a brother, and an uncle that have all punted in the NFL. Fielded just inside the 20. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Offense faces a 3rd and medium with 6 yards left. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And now a first down following that long gain.
All right, here we go.
Lamar Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down.
Leopard! Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And Carpenter knocks it through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Carpenter now, after the made field goal, will kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this will be a touchback, and as we saw in week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, that was a great example of what we've been told from the time we first put on pads as little guys in the backyard. Effort will be rewarded if you keep giving it. And how about that run? Broke through a couple of tackles, refused to go down, legs churning. I like what I saw there.
Let's go. Green, back to Philly. Here we go.
Back to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Macklin. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. No. Check.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll look to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. 10 yards still left on second down.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
The slot man in motion right. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle. Defense looking to hold serve one last time here on 3rd and 7. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Looking to throw. And able to find Conley. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. So there on that play, offensively, they were in the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. They'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Jeremy Maclin, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Here we go now. 3-19. No, check. Patriot.
He'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
No, check. Patriot. Detroit. No, check. Patriot. Gun.
Now they send a man in motion right. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And he's got it up and through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now a handoff to Miller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Miller, the lone setback.
Green, 39. Black 99, Philly, here we go. Hurry up, here we go. Green, Leopard.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now back to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. They give him 12 yards and a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Now it's Miller. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. And the offense needs 7 out of this play on third down.
Now let's go.
Halfback sent in motion.
Gone, 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 gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Black 99, Philly, here we go. Now,
On third down, Miller. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
And Carpenter knocks it through, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Carpenter now, after the made field goal, will kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taking. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball. It doesn't work running the ball. And then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He'll look to set up his blockers. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense
trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
something
well,
else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
7 yards to go on 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding time. Now he's flushed out left. And now he'll and this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for KC. 42 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a change-up in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the change-up, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
So now it's 1st and goal, and they'll try the ground game here with the running back. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And they're going to speed things up here.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
They'll look to throw, and that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Chris Conley, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Another pistol look here.
No. Check. Patriot. Let's go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking deep downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. And they're able to up the lead by one more. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. That'll bring up second down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. And the back goes into motion. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. One receiver left, three to the right.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
3rd down and 4. They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Wide, get wide.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go
Miller,
now.
the lone
3-19.
setback. They'll need to get the play off quickly, and they'll get it up the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Here's Shane Leckler now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They go back to the air here. Try to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. And they will score a pick-6 for the Texans TD. Short throw pick-6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And his throw is incomplete. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Steps away to his left. And some space here. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. They'll put Fuller in motion right. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
He's going to air one out, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. The reigning defensive player of the year, J.J. Watt, able to disrupt yet another pass play, his third sack of the afternoon. This is taken at the 15. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. Time running out here on the play clock. And with the play clock running low, Bill O'Brien's going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
No. Check. Patriot. Hurry up. Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. Here's Shane Leckler now as he's on to punt for Houston. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And now here comes Kansas City. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the #1 thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards there on the catch and run. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Buying time to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. That one goes for 36 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, but sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. They'll drop to throw. It's Hill, complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Macklin. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
His throw incomplete. The veteran Jeremy Macklin was the intended target. And it's second down.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football. But today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. To the right side, it's Kelsey. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And just like that, it's third down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Third down and 5. Back to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Greg Hardy in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got time in the pocket. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line.
And they pick up the first down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped him on 3rd down or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Can't find anyone open. Being chased, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Chris Conley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. – 6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. Slot man moves right. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. On 3rd down, he'll drop. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 250 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
But not the position they want to be in. Still a very, very small chance here, but they almost need a miracle.
Agreed. That means they've got to get it to the sidelines, get out of bounds, and preserve clock.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game, barely, but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen, because we've seen nutty things happen down the stretch, but they also have the security of the scoreboard. With that type of a lead, even if something goes haywire, they're still in good shape.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Tyreek Hill with a career-high 4-touchdown game. And the Texans will extend their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He's got the hook up with Conley. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Fresh set of downs here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got time. Great protection. Now he'll escape. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Houston, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.
Sugar, just step into your sneakers and step